YouTube, what is going on? Soul Review Kicks here, back with another quick deep dive video. And of course, I was not going to let you guys go without reviewing this bad boy. You are going to see that Air Max box on the table. And the shoe today we are going to be discussing, initially released April 4, 2025. Price tag was $185. Approximately a year later, March 5th, 2026, the shoe re-released. They're calling it a restock, and the price tag on that shoe was $190, and that is the model that you see here. Back in April 2025, it was a hot release and it was limited, and it looks like some of these shoes were found to be sitting around in some of the outlets or the Nike stores. When I made my purchase, I felt like it was like a hot buy, and I went ahead and bought it, of course, on that. Anyways, talking about these shoes, let's get to the label. And the shoes we are going to be talking about today is going to be the Nike Air Max 95 Big Bubble in that colorway of neon yellow and cool gray, size 8. Other than that, taking a look at the box, you're going to have that classic Air Max box, retroed Air Max hit. Okay. Of course, you're going to make sure you guys read that. Okay. Big Air Max hit on the side. Okay, and your copyright information is right at the bottom. Okay. I do believe that this same box was retroed. It is made to have that similar look as the shoes did back in the 90s. Okay. Let's open the box. Let's see what these bad boys looking like. All right, little history. Originally, the Air Max line was fathered by Tinker Hatfield, and when Tinker Hatfield left that division to go ahead and work on the Air Jordan line, a guy by the name of Sergio Lozano came, and I discussed this in my earlier videos on the Air Max SBs and all that. So he came and made his design basically aesthetically by focusing on the inside and out, right? The approach was the human anatomy. Of course, you know, the structures of the shoe, you are going to see the paneling. The paneling stands for the ribs. You are going to see on the bottom of the sole, you got the spine. But we'll discuss this a little bit further. We are going to open that box up right away. And right away on the box, we are going to have, okay. All right. We have that tissue paper, of course. And you already know that shoe is beautiful. Gonna put that to the side for right now. Whew. Pop, pop, pop. Beautiful shoe. All right, well, that's weird. Flimsy paper. All right, in the box, we are going to have that YCM sticker. Pretty nice. See a YCM sticker in the Air Max. Also, looking at the QC Past sticker there. We are going to have a lot number, okay, on the side as well. The box size is going to be 320 by 200 by 110. You also have that clock device on there. Other than that, there's nothing to talk about with the box. So as well, when these released, there was a bunch of other Air Maxes and other colorways that were made to look like the Air Max. But you know, I had to get that double up. You know, I had to double up, man. I had to get one for the foot and one for the vault. You know, because who knows when these are gonna be back. Okay. Just want to make that clear. These definitely were a double up, and I had to. Okay, let's put those aside. Let's continue with the review. Real quick, I wanted to show you. I know I mentioned that the shoes did release with, you know, other themed models. Here's one of them that I got actually dirt cheap. For some reason, they were on sale. I don't understand why, but we will be reviewing this shoe as well, but I'll give you a quick little look at it. It's the Air Max TL 2.5 in the pearl gray and the neon yellow, okay? And you're going to see that this shoe is instantly resembles this bad boy, but come on, come on, come on. All right, pretty sweet. I had to buy it. You know, I got it on sale for $100. Not bad, right? Not bad. Check out that bottom. We'll talk about this shoe a little bit later. All right, as you see, top side view, of course, we won't change anything. Side profile, top tongues, you know, since I got all the shoes out, might as well let you see all the angles. Real quick, picking up the first shoe, it's going to be the left shoe. Come on, right away. First thing that pops is that neon yellow color. It's ridiculously bright. Pretty sweet. Whoo, boy. And you know what? It's just what I told you about this shoe. The way that it goes from that dark to that light and just the different grays here. This shoe has been with me forever. This one and the Columbia blue ones or the navy blue ones. You know, it's just something about the way those colors blend in together. I've always loved this shoe. I never had this colorway. I did have the other one, which was a blue or Columbia blue, whatever blue it was. But that's it. I never had this one. And I remember when this shoe came out back when I was a child, you know, in my younger years. It was a hot shoe, man. You know, the way it looked on some jeans, some khakis. Man, these people used to wear all those Aeropostale, you know, little thin jackets that they had, them little rain jackets that you would buy for like $40. Man, the Gap jackets, the Gap hats. Remember that Gap denim? You know what I mean? It was like a Gap jean denim hats that they had, the snapback. No, it wasn't a snapback. But man, I remember those, man. I remember those days, man. But going back to the shoe, here we go. You are going to have that gradient paneling, of course, where it goes from dark to light. And I believe these shoes were the first Air Maxes to release with a black midsole and a black outsole. Only because other than that, they were just using the white. Pretty. All right, let's get into the shoe. All right, real quick, I just want to make sure I said the right information. So initially, the release date for this was April 4th, 2025. Price tag was $185. Then they did a restock this year, a couple weeks ago, a couple days ago, actually. Restock was March 5th, 2026. And of course, the price tag was $190. And I did go ahead and release these laces. Loving that metallic 3M right down the tongue. And that is actually the same material that's on the back of the heel portion, which is it's supposed to look like a spine. Okay. Other than that, going on the inside, you're gonna have that paper shoe tree, which is insane. Take a look at that tongue real quick. Looks like the VT factory. Take a look at that. Don't get duped by some fakes. Look how that tongue is just flawless, you know, perfect. You got that little dot over here by the swoosh. You got to look real good at these things, okay? Taking out the outsole, or the insole, should I say, you are going to have that yellow Air Max hit on there with the black Nike Air Max hit, should I say. And, yep, we've seen this before. Of course, that blue Ortholite insole with that Nike swoosh hit there, of course. Taking a look of the inside, it's the exact same thing with that felt white material, of course, right? All these are coming like that. All the Air Maxes come with this. I don't know if you guys can make it out. And taking the right shoe out, I'm not seeing any differences. Man, that gradient colorway is it's just beautifully done. I'm freaking loving that, man. Basically that gray radiant colorway, it was basically made to look like the shoe had been eroded from the earth. You know what I mean? Like, this guy really wanted to take nature and the human anatomy and bring a shoe and mold it and use those concepts to try to bring a shoe, and he executed correctly. He did his job. Of course, you are going to have that visual heel air units. I believe the original shoe back in the 90s did not have this big bubble. Don't quote me on that, but I'm not too sure. And also, and I talk about this all the time, the arch supports don't come with this shoe. I wish they did, but I believe that they did something to basically mimic that piece in the shoe already, so you don't need the arch supports anymore. But other than that, man, these bubbles, neon yellow, come on. The thread on there, on the outsole. But as always, if you enjoyed today's video content, like, comment, subscribe, share, hype me up, smash that like button. We thank you guys for making us or getting us to that point where we're monetizing. You know, the channel's making money every day, and you know, the end result of that is to get to the point where we can make some raffles, where we can get people some free shoes and stuff like that using that same money. But as always, I will catch you guys on the next one. Sole Review Kicks, birthday boy today, March 13th. I'll catch you guys on the next one.